Hey, hope you guys are doing well. We're on the YouTube. It is 6:14 here in LA, and it's the 2nd of November, which is kind of wild, right? We're like at the last 2 months of 2023. So I wanted to go live here, and I wanted to help you guys out. I find a lot of people are in music, or they're trying to be in music, but they're not trying to be in marketing. They're not trying to be in content, which doesn't really work in 2023. And being an independent artist or an independent producer, you're going to have to make content. You're going to have strategies around content. You cannot just randomly make content, okay? So it's something I really wanted to get on here and talk about. I wanted to help you guys make better content and really understand what's going on with the platforms. And you might think like, well, who are you to talk about the platforms, Bradley? Okay, so I built all my platforms from scratch, including this YouTube, almost at 15,000 subscribers, which isn't much. I really haven't posted much on YouTube. I don't post consistently on YouTube, and that's really bad, I think, right? But I've also built up a TikTok with 28,000 people. My social media on Instagram, I've built up to over, 30,000 people with my combined accounts. And I have very, very niche kind of built groups of people on all these social medias. So it's very much like music, independent artists, independent producers. And if I asked you right now, if you're on this live right now, who's an independent artist or an independent producer, I bet you 99% of the people on here would say I am, right? Who's a songwriter? I am, right? So I wanted to talk about kind of some of the ways that I've built up my social medias, how I've actually gotten, companies and brand deals to be paying me thousands of dollars every single month to make content, and how you guys can do it. Like truly, like this isn't rocket science. This is very much just understanding the platforms, understanding what they're looking for, and understanding how you can create stuff to feed the platforms what they're looking for and to promote what you're doing. That's really important. You need to make that connection of promoting your music and getting people to actually go listen to your music. Take the actions you want them to take to build your music business, right? So you might be an artist, you might be in a band, you might be a singer-songwriter, you might be a music producer that's trying to connect with more people. If you're not making content right now, I'm telling you right at this second, 6:16 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, you need to get this seriously and put your head down and truly design a strategy around content for your music and your music business. And if you don't have that, then you don't have a marketing or a sales department at all in your business right now. You don't have a business. You literally don't have a business. You have nothing. You have a hobby. You have something you like doing, which is great. And I love seeing all these, give me a violin and tell me how amazing I am as an artist. And I just love it so much. It's a hobby, a passion of mine. I hear it all the time, but honestly, guys, let's be real. That's all you got. At the end of the day, it's like, I like to go play basketball. Cool. Like, you like to play music. Cool. But like, this conversation in this live is not for people that just like music. I mean, I fucking love pizza, dude. Like, I'm not getting paid to eat pizza. I'm fine with that. I get it. But I don't get online and argue with people that get paid to eat pizza. Okay? So this is about making money with your music. This is about building an actual business with your music. And if you're not interested in that, and you have this romanticized idea in your head that you're just going to love music and somehow this you're going to become this successful musician that sells out arenas randomly, this is not the live stream for you, not the channel for you. But if you're still here and you really want to learn about music business and making content and growing a business through marketing and promotion and content, then you're in the right spot. Okay? So who's here? T-Onyx, what's up, man? All right, we got Jake in the house. We got Philippe. I'm doing great, man. Good to see you. Ruben, what's up? Brian. Okay, so all the people here right now are like, yo, I want to learn this shit. I want to know exactly what's going on. Okay? So I wanted to take you through a couple things. First of all, I want to explain the biggest shift right now that's happening in social media marketing and promo. and content creation and content creators, right? So if you want to truly get into content creation, you have to understand every single platform, no matter what it is looking for people to get into the platform and stay on the platform. If your content does not do that, you are not helping it and you will not get pushed out. The algorithm will not favor your stuff. Same thing with Spotify and your music. If your music doesn't get streamed and it doesn't keep people on the platform, they don't go to your next song, they don't stream the whole song and stream it again, right? If they're like listening to 5 seconds of it and then bouncing and getting out of there, then you're not going to get that help from the algorithm. And unfortunately, we live in a world right now where the algorithm is something we have to work with. It's like working with people you don't really like working with at a job. You're like, man, these coworkers suck, or my boss sucks. But you have to work with them if you want to continue to get a paycheck, if you want to continue to build your business, right? Or become better in that job, or, you know, build that career. So we're working with an algorithm. Don't work against it. Don't push your head up against it. Don't talk shit about how the algorithm's not favoring me or my content's not getting shown. Nobody cares, okay? What we care about and what the algorithm and everything, like I'm talking about like anybody watching your music or seeing your content about your music, all they care about is that they're being entertained, okay? Entertainment first, not your song. Your song is not first, all right? So if you're making content right now where you're like, check out my song, that is not the right content, okay? Just stop doing it. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. The best content to make right now for every platform, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and a very, very, very highly slept on platform of TikTok Live. TikTok Live is like insanely good right now, right? I did a live the other day. I had like 358 people on my live stream. I was like, this is insane. And you're going to get these bigger accounts that want to jump in on your live as well, because you might be getting followed by someone that has 100,000 followers on TikTok. That just doesn't happen on Instagram. It doesn't happen on any other platform. So there's a couple things that I want you to really pay attention to when you make your content for your music. Stop being promotional. The minute someone's going to think that you're making a commercial or you're making an ad or you're promoting your music or you're promoting something, they're out of there. They're gone. You lost them. Okay? Like, let's really, really think about that. I really want you guys to really understand that. The minute people think that you have a commercial you're promoting or you want someone to go listen to your music or you want them to buy something from you, they're out of there. They're gone. It's just the way it is. All right. What's up? From Ireland. All right. We got Ireland in the house. Tommy Miller, B-Tunes. Good to see you guys. Now, you guys drop questions within the chat here at any time. I want this to be an open conversation. But I did also want to show you guys some editing stuff that I just shot some stuff around the studio. And I wanted to show you some of that stuff as well, because I think a lot of that is like the internals, right? But the key thing here is to entertain, all right? You want to be, as a musician, as an artist, as a producer, you want to entertain people online. That's what the platform is going to favor, all right? So recently, what I've been doing is sort of giving the algorithm a cookie every once in a while, okay? And this is going to help you, and I hope it does. Couple things here. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to my Instagram, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing to grow by, like, literally thousands of people every month, okay? All right, let's go to my Instagram, and I'm going to show you stuff. And I'm not here bragging, okay? This is just to show you guys what's working for me. You guys are welcome to use it. You guys are welcome to tell me to fuck off, okay? I don't care. I'm here to help you. That's it. I'm not selling you shit, all right? So check this out. All right, so here's my Instagram. And one of my reels that has performed like crazy and something that I've been doing recently is memes, right? Because memes are a great way of kind of expressing something with an actor or a snippet or whatever, right? So this one just fucking blew up, right? It's just this meme of of Mr. Rogers, right? And it says, artist tells you they mix and master their own music, right? Because, you know, artists love to brag about that, whether they're terrible or they're the best in the world. They're like, I mix and master my own music, man. You know, it's like a big brag for them. Now let's go to the analytics of this one because I thought this was really, really interesting. First of all, let's just play it because it's very, very simple.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do. I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do. I'm proud of you, you know that.
Okay, super, super simple. And it's funny because, like, I can't act like Mr. Rogers. I'm not Mr. Rogers, so I'm not going to be as famous as Mr. Rogers. So memes are a great way of reaching an audience that goes, I know who that is. And then Mr. Rogers is making some really funny kind of like, you know, facial expressions and stuff. And it keeps it open, right? It keeps it open. Like, artist tells you they mix and master their own music. And this is me. Like, I'm proud of you. You know, I hope you know that, you know? It's like, it's kind of just making fun of it because it's like people like to brag about stupid shit. That's the point. And then in the caption, I said, hey, everyone's a mixing engineer nowadays, right? All you need is a computer, right? I'm proud of you, you know? And it's just kind of making fun of the idea. Like, you got a laptop yesterday and now you're a mixing engineer because you cracked some plugins. I make fun of it because it's funny to me. And the people that understand this will think it's funny as well. And then some people will get really triggered by it. Here's the key to viral content that I've recently, maybe not recently, but just like over time, I just realized this is just how it works, okay? Human psychology. People like negative stuff more than they like positive stuff. Sucks. I know, right? That is just kind of like our brains. That's how our brains work. It's the monkey brain, right? It's always looking for lack, and it's looking for attack, and it's looking for things that are going to help us survive. Our brain has not evolved much at all for hundreds of years, right? So we're looking at stuff, and we're looking at stuff that is triggering us. That's kind of like, oh, that's rude, or oh, that's funny because, yeah, fuck that. You know what I mean? It's like making fun of things. That's really important that you understand that we're not going to be really harsh. We don't need to be like, oh, you suck because you don't have any money and you don't mix and master your stuff. Because like a lot of people will get triggered by that. They're like, well, I'm broke. That's why I mix and master my own stuff. And it's like, okay, you know, that's great. But people will put that in the comments because they'll get really amped up about it. I'm not trying to trigger people. I'm just making a statement that's kind of open and kind of making fun of the idea, right? It's like, cool, man. So proud of you for doing that, right? But really, really think about our brains and how we think about stuff. We look for lack and attack, and we look for things that are scary, right? We look for things that are going to threaten our existence or threaten us, right? And it's just very, very interesting how that works. And that's what you should play around with your content. I would say do that every, 3 to 5 posts, something like that. You know, once a week, you throw something out there that just kind of makes fun of something that's very open and common. It's not like super niche about mixing and mastering. Oh, when you put a mastering compressor on, you know, like don't get too specific. Keep it open. Artist tells you they mix and master their own music. Me, I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do, you know? It's like, that's what they're looking for. A pat on the back, you know? I mix my own and master my own music. I promote it. I'm a marketing. And you look at these people and it's like, they don't have any results. They don't have any music out. They don't have any streams. They don't have any content. Like, it's like, I'm just making fun of that idea, right? It's like, why are you bragging about something that you're not getting any results from? Okay. So that's kind of the fun part about this meme. And a lot of people fucking liked it. And a lot of people hated it. You know what I'm saying? But it gets shared a lot. So let's look at the analytics here. The analytics on this are 118,352 plays, 10,641 likes, 243 comments. And this is the key here. 1,503 shares and 1,129 saves. So this has reached 112,670 accounts. Now that's 108,349 people that are not following me. So that's great. But look at how it does the followers as well. This is the best part about it, is when content starts to take off, Instagram will start to feed your followers more. So 4,300 followers actually got this post, which is super unheard of because Instagram doesn't really feed your followers. Neither does TikTok. So you guys have to realize that. This stuff is not being fed to your following. Your following has very little to do with your content reach, okay? Because most people are scrolling on TikTok. They're scrolling on the discovery pretty much, right? They're like, yo, this is a For You page, right? What Instagram is doing though, is it's looking at your followers and it's putting it into the algorithm. It's part of the math. It's like, what are the followers made up of? Musicians, guitarists, rappers, singers, you know what I mean? People in music. So what it does is then it can find other people that are like your followers to spread the message to. Okay. Now, every single post always is going to be based on basically the algorithm pushing out to about, let's say 1,000 people. I don't know specifically. Nobody does, unless you're like on the back end of Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and you're actually designing this algorithm. But let's say you make a post and it goes out and it shoots it out to 1,000 people at first, okay? 1,000 people see it in their scroll, right? They're like scrolling, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000 people. Now, the percentage of people that actually like it, save it, share it, put a comment on it, right? You're going to take all those different ideas and you're going to break down a percentage rate. So here you have 118,352 and you have 1,129 saves. So here you're looking at just about 1% on the save rate, right? So 1% or 10%, I'm not sure. I'm not very good at math, but I think that's 1%. Okay, so 1% on the save rate. That's good, right? So let's say you got 100 views, you should get 1 save. If you get, I guess here, I got to do the math. Anybody here a mathematician or just has like basic elementary math skills? I think it's actually 10%. So let's do the math real quick. So 118,352. And we are getting kind of meta here, but I want you guys to really understand this. Okay, and then we're going to times that by 0.10. Okay, yeah, so we're looking at, that's 1%. Okay, so 1% save rate. We got about a 1% share rate. And then here's where we got like an actual 10% is on the likes. So look at those ratios. So the likes, 10%. The shares, 1%. The saves, 1%. So if you can get that all the way across, right? Okay, so 1%. Right. So if you could get that across, like for example, you get 100 views on your piece of content, you want to get what, 10 likes? You want to get at least 10 likes. You want to get a share rate of 1 and a save rate of 1, right? So you want to get 1 on each of those. If you do 1,000 plays on this, you need to get 10 saves, 10 shares. This is where it gets harder and harder, right? So you get 10,000 plays on your thing. Then you want to get that save rate and that share rate up to 1%. It's very, very important that those ratios are sticking to that, okay? That's very important to the algorithm and what it is. And you can see real interactions, 13,516. So this is above 1%. You know, we're looking at like 1.3% or something like that. So very important that you understand that that's how it works. If you put out a piece of content and it's not shareable, nobody wants to share it. Like, listen to my song. Like, I see you guys. It's ridiculous. You put your cover art up and you're like, stream my new song. Nobody's sharing that shit. I'm sorry. Why do they want to share it? You know what I'm saying? So give them something that they want to share, which could be entertainment. Okay? Make something entertaining. Make something, the best way I could put it is like, make something that someone wishes they made so they would share it, right? So someone wishes, like a producer or an engineer wishes they made this meme, so they'll share it and say, dude, this happens all the time. Like, artists brag about this thing. Like, it's so funny. That's hella funny. It's so true. You know what I'm saying? So same thing here. I'll find another one for you, right? Here, this one did pretty well as well.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
Right? So every producer, engineer that hasn't gotten credited on something, or like an artist, doesn't tag them on something, or, they claim to be, it's their thing, they're going to relate to this. It's relatable. POV, point of view, right? You spend 20 hours mixing and mastering a song. The artist doesn't credit you or even tag you when thanking everyone who worked on the song. Don't call me, right? It's like, fuck you. So mixing and mastering engineers just don't get the credit they deserve. Can I get an amen? It's shareable. Mixing engineers, producers that have mixed, that have taken on clients, they're going to understand this. All right? So let's look at the insights on this. Same thing, 18,436. Now look at this, save rate, 1% or around 1%, so 132. But not as high, it's not quite 1%. This would have to be what, 180 saves, 200 saves to be at 1%, right? So it stopped getting pushed at 18,000. So shares right here, 160. Same thing, that share rate is pretty good, right? Like that's getting close to 1%. And then the likes, those are kind of low, right? 894. So we wanted that to be really about what, 2,000 likes, and then this would have just kept getting pushed. Make sense? So I'm just looking at these ratios, but still highly engaging, right? People dropping gifts and saying stuff in here, and then triggering people as well, right? But see how this one doesn't trigger people as much? Like artists aren't going to go like, they're not going to go like, well, I can't do that because you think blah, blah, blah. Or they're not going to argue about anything. There's nothing here to argue about. Because if you were an artist arguing about this, you'd look like a jackass, right? Like, oh yeah, why wouldn't you credit people? You should credit people. So the artists that don't credit people, they're like nowhere to be found. They're not going to drop a comment on this. See how that works? I hope you guys are getting that. Like you want the engagement to happen. You want people to talk about it. Like you want it to keep it open enough to where people get triggered by it a little bit, right? You want to play heavy to one side. You don't want to play in the lukewarm middle. That's not what good content's about. So you got to be entertaining. You got to be engaging. You got to make stuff that's going to be shareable, right? So here's just a recent one that I did with my music, right? This is great for comments, right? What's wrong with this song? Okay. And basically what I'm doing, what's wrong with this song? Hear anything yet? And I just put the text on and then I explain like, listen, everybody's going to find something wrong with this song because people find things that are wrong with everything. It's how we work, right? So then people are like still commenting on this, like hi-hat, right? Let me see here. Need some didgeridoo. That's just obviously a joke, but here we go. I don't have the stems. Beatles. I don't know. So like on Facebook, I actually got comments like, oh, this is wrong with it. And that's wrong with it. And the horns are too loud. I tested this without all the captions of like, this is what happens. People find things that are wrong. I tested it without the captions. And let me show you what happened there. I think that's really, really interesting. So if I go to YouTube and I go to the account, and I want you guys to see this because I think this will be really helpful for you. Okay, same exact post. What's wrong with this song? 1.8 thousand views.
I'm going to play you a song. Let me know.
Okay, and I did the same exact thing, but I didn't put the text on here. So check this out. I just left it as like, are you hearing what's wrong with it? Right? It's just plain. No text on screen saying people are going to hear what's wrong. See, so hear it. Like there's got to be something wrong. He's trying to show us that something's wrong, right? Look at how many more comments, right? So you have I always have this one on repeat. You have the trumpets sometimes are over the vocal, muddying the vocal, very interrupting. I feel like the singer came in just a little too late, but I don't know. Hard to say anything is wrong, right? Here before viral. Tell us already. Okay, not a very good song, right? What? That the mix is off, vocals too quiet, instrumentation too loud, whatever, People, they're going to find something wrong with it. They're like, he said that what's wrong with it? There's got to be something wrong with it. There's nothing fucking wrong with the song, right? So I just wanted to show you that because I think that that's really, really important to making great content. It's like, you have to be engaging. You have to give someone something to kind of like trigger their monkey brain. You know, what's wrong? Lack an attack. This is offensive to me. It's like, whatever. All right. People are always going to there's going to be people that are going to get mad. Okay. If you're going to make viral content, you're going to make content that's going to go out to the masses, hundreds of thousands of people, then you have to give something that's going to go, something's wrong, right? Something, I don't agree with this. You're making fun of me, some bullshit. When you're not really making fun of it. Do you make a content repository? Yeah. So I always test content on different platforms in different ways. And sometimes I'll put the same content across every platform. Like I'll do the TikTok, I'll do the Instagram, and I'll do the YouTube Shorts. As in, do you make a bunch of content that you release later, or is your more like a make and release thing? No. I always want to make content and have it in the bag, right? So especially when you're going to promote your music, I've worked with labels and stuff and artists on labels where literally, guys, they have drop boxes filled with content for pre-release, release day, release week, etc. And they'll have 100 pieces of content. And they'll only be putting out like 50 of those pieces. So just so you guys know, it takes a lot of content, but it's also about good content, entertaining, engaging, shareable content, okay? I want you guys to really get that part. I was going to say there's no sound. Where do you get the memes from? So CapCut is a good one, right? You can search CapCut. That has like a ton of memes. CapCut. So this is like you could just do this on your phone. Like, and you should do most of your stuff on the phone. You should shoot most of the stuff on your phone. So you can download this for Mac. You can get these little like floating things. CapCut's really good. I think it's like a very basic, easy to use kind of thing. I use it on my phone. All right. So download it for your phone. I think CapCut's just super dope. And it's going to help you make that kind of content, that kind of viral, meme content. Now let's get into the next part of this. Meme content, if that's all you're making, you will never, ever grow your music or your music business. Okay. You do not just sit there and make meme content. You don't just make cooking content or bodybuilding content because it's doing well. You need to make content around your music. It's very, very, very important. Okay. So when I do those memes, I'm not doing those memes to go and get viral and get famous for doing memes, because that's all that will do. Nobody knows who made that meme. It's been shared so many times, right? Like, nobody's going to be like, oh, that's Bradley HD. He's the meme guy. I don't want to do that. I'm just triggering the algorithm and getting people to come back to my page that are in music. So when they come back to my Instagram, my TikTok, etc., they could see what else I have, right? The value add stuff teaching you mixing and mastering, showing you what I do professionally, showing you my music, showing you how I can help you build your music business, offering you services, etc. Okay, so if your business or service is your music and you want to build streams on Spotify, you need to make sure that your content links to your music. Okay. Now, for me, I want my content to bring people back to my pages, right? So they can check out my other content and realize, oh, this guy's a professional in the music production, audio engineering space. Make sense? Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Isomatic. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Is there a time sensitivity under 10 seconds? No. So what I've actually discovered, and that's a great question, Drew. What I've discovered through testing, and I test a shit ton. I'm a marketer. Like I market. I have a music business. I have to market. And if you guys are not marketing, you don't have a music business. You have nothing. You have a hobby. You have a dream. You have a passion. It's like, it's not an either or either, right? So it's like, I'm passionate about music. I love music. I love mixing and mastering. I love music, and I love the art form. I also love marketing. I love making content. I like entertaining. You know what I mean? I also love cooking. You know what I mean? So you don't have to, it's not either or. It's not like, oh, I'm very passionate about music, so I don't market or promote or need to make any money off music. Like, that's such a fucking bullshit statement. You know what that is? That's people retreating into apathy because they have nothing going on and they're too lazy to learn the shit. That's it. It's like most of these people, it's like, okay, what if I can snap my fingers, give you viral content for your music, and have people running to your Spotify right now and going and streaming the shit out of your songs, and you making thousands of dollars every month from streams on your music? They're like, yeah, that'd be sick. Okay, but I thought it was just a passion for you, right? So it's not an either or. But sensitivity, sweet spot? No, there's not a sweet spot. The biggest thing, Drew, is what I said at the beginning of this live stream. If you make a piece of content, that piece of content has to keep people engaged. It has to be entertaining. Okay? Let me show you some examples. I think probably the best to show you is to show you stuff that's like already very, very viral. Okay, so let's go just like Mr. Beast. All right, and you go to Mr. Beast, and then you want to go to Shorts. Right? And you want to find these. Okay, 4.6 million views. Now, let's go through these, just a couple of these. Let's go through the 51 million views on this one, okay? And 66 million views. Let's go to the biggest one. I tipped a pizza delivery driver a car, okay? This is a great one. Let's watch this.
A brand new car. All right.
Thank you for calling Pizza Hut. How can I help you?
I'd like to order a pizza. My address is 21. Hey, I'd like to order a pizza. It's a cheese pizza. My address is 21, just a large. Hey, what'd you say? It's a duplex. No, that's great. Thank you.
Your address is
Domino's is taking forever.
what you like?
Can I just get a cheese pizza, nothing else?
Huh?
Okay, thank you. Let the games begin. I saw a car through the window. Let's see who it is.
I'm excited. I'm hungry. Pizza time.
How's it going?
Oh, hi.
Wait, real quick, before you go, I'd like to give you a car as a tip.
For real?
You want to check it out?
Yeah.
You beat the Pizza Hut guy here, so you won the car. Here you go.
This is not how I expected this day to go. I didn't expect the pizza to be this good.
I'm gonna order 2 pizzas at the same time, and whichever delivery driver shows up first, I'm gonna tip them a brand new car.
All right, so key to this content. Very first thing he says is exactly what he's going to do and what the video is about. That's like really, really key to like your music promotion, right? I'm going to make a song from scratch using just a phone and this tin of picks. You're like, what? I want to... Okay, so your brain automatically is going to go, I have questions. All right? So that's the big key here is you want to evoke curiosity. Does that make sense? You guys good on that? And if you guys have questions as I'm talking about this, please drop them in the comments. Drop them in the chat. And if you're liking this so far, you're getting anything from this whatsoever, like it, right? Throw some thumbs up. Give me some love here. Come on. I'm just spending my time trying to help you guys out, all right? This is what viral content is about. This content has over 100 million views on it, by the way. Okay? Lightning bolts are the pull. So right away, here's the biggest thing that I see from this, okay? Is I'm going to do this. And it's like an interesting thing. Oh, what's he doing? Why's he got 2 phones? Why's he got 2 phones? That's another thing. Like, throw something in that's like surprising, right? You're like starting up a thing and you're like, have like some random shit, right? You're like, all right, I'm going to make a piece of content about my music doing this thing, right? They're like, what is that thing in his hand? You have to have the questions up front, right? What is going on? What's in this? What's in the tin? What's going on? We're going to answer those questions through the video. You get what I'm saying? So you got to have that up front. That's super, super important. And then you'll also notice lots of movement. The movement, the pings, the graphics, things like that, that takes you not being fucking lazy, okay? Like, you have to spend time on your content. If you guys are deciding you're just going to like shoot a video on your phone really quick, like it's 3 years ago, it's not going to work for you. Okay. Hey, I just dropped my music. It's a new song. I hope you guys enjoy it. There's nothing that evoked curiosity there. Like, oh, I don't care about his song. Who is that person? Nobody cares. Okay. So evoke curiosity up front. What is it? What's in the bottle? What's in the thing? You know, I have this special drink and I'm going to make this thing in this video. You're like, what the fuck? I gotta listen. I gotta watch this. What is he gonna do, man? Right? Why has he got 2 phones? Who's he calling?
All right.
Okay, so Pizza Hut. He's got the little thing, and he's like, oh, he's calling Pizza Hut, right?
I'd like to order a pizza. My address is 2. Hey, I'd like to order.
Okay, so now you're dealing with a third party. I think that's really important as well for really great content. And you'll find that with everything. You'll find that with any piece of content that goes crazy viral. You have like a third party where it's unpredictable. So right now he's talking to people online on the phones. He's got Domino's and he's got Pizza Hut. And you're putting in these third parties where you're like, oh, this is unpredictable. It's not scripted. Right? Like, these pizza people don't know about what's going on. So that makes an unpredictability happen, which does what? Evokes more curiosity. Okay. So you need to evoke curiosity in the first 1 to 3 seconds of your piece of content. Evoke curiosity. And as you go through the content, evoke more curiosity. And that thing is going to get wrapped up and it's going to get answered throughout the video, right? Great way to do it. Yes, good content, like real good content that's going to make good moves for your business, whether it's you're selling, e-commerce products online, or you're making content as a content creator, or you're a musician, an artist trying to get people to go to your Spotify. That's what it is. It takes real time to make great content, especially viral content. Okay. Now, here's another thing that I think will help you guys, just to give you a little bit of just like here's a thing you can use right now, is go to your content, especially on like when you're using YouTube or something, right? I'm going to go to my shorts. And what you can do on shorts, which is really great, is you can play you a song, right? And here, this is where I'm like, yo, I'm going to play you a song, etc., right? So I can go in here and I can comment on here and I could say, yo, if you dig the song or hate it, you can stream it here, right? And then what you do is go to your Spotify. And this is hard because these platforms, again, they don't want you to take people off the platform. They want you to keep people on the platform, which makes it really tough. So you could do certain things, like maybe on YouTube, you can pin a link to the song on YouTube to keep people on YouTube, because YouTube will like that. They might promote it even more, right? But if your game is to build your Spotify, you have to have a playlist of all your music. Don't just send them to the song. Okay, that's super important. I want you guys to really get this. If I send someone to Stolen Love by itself, they're going to stream that and then and what if they like the song? Spotify is just going to take them to the next thing on autoplay. But if I send them to Stolen Love on my playlist, the next thing they'll hear is What If, and then Haunted by You, and then Feels Like Summer, right? So I might get 3, 4, 5 streams out of one person off of one click. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go here. We're going to copy the song link here. I'm going to go back to YouTube and we're going to paste that song link there. I'm going to comment that. All right. Now, if this was a YouTube post, you could pin that comment. All right. So if I go here, I can pin that. See that? Now, TikTok used to be able to do this, and this is how people were blowing up their Spotifys. They were getting viral content like skits and things for music to go viral, and they had their comment with their link pinned on TikTok on that video. Unfortunately, TikTok took that away because I think TikTok wants people to stay on the platform more, right? But here you could see, like, if you dig the song, you can stream it here. People could easily just copy and paste this, and I don't know, even on phone. Let me see if I can find the link here. I want to see if I can show you guys. If I go to the phone and I go to this link, because I want to see what happens on mobile. And you gotta be really good at testing stuff, right? You don't just like, oh, I'm gonna make a piece of content. I was told to put out content because I make music. Trying to promote my music. You have to be strategic about this shit. I'm for real. Okay, so I'm going to the shorts right here. I went right to it, and I'm going to go to the comments here, and I could see it pinned, right? The pinned comment, and I can see that I have to sign in to comment, right? So obviously you have to sign in, or you're in the YouTube app. You know, it just depends on what you're doing. I just want to see if I can click on the link, like direct, just click it. Okay. So it doesn't look like I get, so within just like going to a browser, you can't just click that Spotify link and it just opens up Spotify, right? So someone would have to actually go in and copy it and then paste it. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to open it in the YouTube app and see what happens. It's really, really important stuff. Okay, now I'm going to the YouTube app and I'm going to go and find it. Okay. Yeah, and same thing. It's not allowing me to click that link. But that's what you want to do. You want to pin your link to the song. If you dig the song or hate it, you could stream it here. Or you say like, if you dig the song, it's Stolen Love by Bradley Deniston, you could stream it here, right? I'm not sure if they would allow you to put a link to YouTube and you could actually just click it. But that's a very, very important strategy if you're trying to build your Spotify, right? And Spotify can build you streams, and streams can pay you. Believe it or not. Okay, so hopefully that really helps. Yo, you're welcome, Steve. I want you guys to really get, though, the evoke curiosity part, okay? Now what I'm going to do in this stream is I'm going to show you how I would make a piece of content, okay? Because I feel like this is going to be pretty useful for some of you. And if it's not, just let me know. But I want you guys to get the most out of this stream. Okay? Okay, let me see here. Do you think that there's any benefit to just focusing on making the shorts and then getting a third party to release it and schedule it on the different platform, manage it? To release it and schedule it on different. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Try to be a little bit more specific. I'm not sure. I'm not really getting that question. Did I miss something? Sorry, it's too late, but it is because I love this, guys. Best channel. That's what's up. The Future Sound Beat, always in the house. I'm going to star that comment, by the way. All right, so cool. So what I did today, just literally like before I jumped on this stream, is I shot a bunch of videos, okay? I shot a bunch of clips.
70s were dope.
Right? So I shot a bunch of clips here of me as the artist. Right? And then sitting on the couch playing the guitar. And then
you got me feeling like I'm back home.
Right? And then me singing the song. And then even more, right? Like whatever. I'm like doing a skit here. All right, and now I'm doing the producer's perspective, right? And then this is me like listening while the guy, you know, is doing the thing. Right? So now I'll make a piece of content. So if you guys use Premiere Pro, I use Premiere Pro to edit. You could use anything. You could use Final Cut. You could use iMovie. You could use your phone. Everything can be shot on your phone. It doesn't matter, okay? So just do what you can do with whatever you got. So I'm going to grab every single one of these videos. You can label them to make them easier. I'm not going to go through the whole piece of content, but I'm going to show you how I start out something like this. So I would take every single piece of content and I would start from the beginning. So if you double click on the content in Premiere, you'll see a little preview of it in the preview screen. Okay, so this is the very first shot. If I double click on this one, you're going to see the couch shot. If I click on this one, you're going to see the microphone shot. And then it looks like I shot that twice. And then you're going to see the intro shot from the producer perspective. And then you're going to see the recording perspective producer shot. Okay? So I'm going to make a skit. Make sense? You guys on board? You get it? Everybody understand? I'm just showing you ways to make your music and your content a lot more engaging and more entertaining so that people actually want to watch it. Okay? So people aren't, you're not going, listen to my song, click that link. Oh, another thing, don't say link in bio on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere. Hey, link in bio, that literally will shadow ban your shit. They will not promote your shit. Why? Because you're telling them to link out. Go somewhere else. Don't stay on this platform. You get what I'm saying? Like you're saying, link in bio, go to somewhere else, get off TikTok, get off Instagram. Don't say that. Don't ever put that in your post. Okay, so I'm going to drop this onto the timeline. Bam. Okay, so now I got my first clip right here on the timeline. I can go through here, right? I have my skip pieces, all right? And then I got, I can double click on this and I can see the next one, right? So here's the couch piece, right? Next clip I want is from the producer's perspective, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to drag it and drop it. Now, sometimes in Premiere, it'll like not allow you to drag and drop. Simple way to do this. Go down here, click on this new here, and then you're going to get kind of a new, I don't know what this would be, timeline, editing timeline for that clip. You could simply Command X and just cut it out and then paste it in. Because sometimes that happens in Premiere. I don't know why, okay? So hopefully you've never ran into that. Now you notice also a big thing that I make sure I do is always shoot 4K in landscape mode, right? Because you can always crop. Very, very important. And I'll show you how to do that very simply in Premiere Pro. Really, really easy to do. But how I edit and how most people video edit is you want to zoom in on the audio. You want to see the audio waveform, okay? Because this is where you know where the clips are and shit. Make sense? All right. So now I want to find like, you know, like I want to find like the intro basically, right? So I'm scanning through this and it's like, this is where I'm like opening the door, right? All right. So let's zoom in on this and let's just start to cut this together. Right? So there's a first shot there. Right? Bam.
Hey man. Yeah, I just.
All right, hey man. So what do I do there? I gotta go to the next clip. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna stack these. We're gonna go bam, and I'm gonna pull this audio down to another channel, right? So I can basically just pull the this other video under it. Okay, so we're gonna stack them. That's the way we're gonna do it. All right. So first I'm gonna find my clip here. You know, I'm gonna find like the intro, and I'll just kind of scroll through this because usually I'll shoot like a few. Right? Like, here we go. I always clap just thinking myself.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's good?
All right, so something simple there. Doesn't need to be crazy. Bam. Drag this over. All right, I'm just making a little skit here. Making a little skit. All right.
Hey, man.
Right? And you want quick cuts. This is a very important part. If you got 2 seconds, you need to cut to a new thing. You need to zoom in. You need to make some sort of movement happen in the video. Okay? That's very, very important. So right away, you're like, what is this? I see diffusers. I see guitars, right?
Hey, man.
So before, like, hey, man, you know, cut to the other guy. Right? So, bam. All right, so right there, I'm going to cut that clip. Now you can just pull this over. You don't need to like go crazy with this at all. I'm just showing you basic editing stuff.
Yo, what's good?
Maybe you want to get me like turning around, right?
Yo, what's...
There we go.
Yo, what's good?
Right? Quick, like, oh, I'm moving. Movement in the picture. Movement in the picture, right? Now I'm not going to go through this whole edit because that would be boring as hell. Yo, what's good? Quick cuts, right? And usually what I'll do is I'll lay out the whole thing and then I'll tighten the edit. And then you can put the movements, the zoom in and the zoom outs and stuff, right? The automation of it. Okay, so here, this is an important part as well about the content itself. Tell a story, evoke curiosity, right?
Now in the world.
Okay, so right here, I'm saying something like, you know, tell a story. This is the story around your music. Let's say you got a love song. Oh man, my girlfriend just broke up with me. Cool, man. Like, you know, that's a good story.
I've just been feeling like everything's kind of messed
All right, so check it out.
up right now in the world.
There you go. So that's like from what, 4 seconds to 8 seconds. That's almost too long, right? but we got to find something.
Hey, man. Yo, what's good?
And that's actually too slow. I think you got to like really just get the pacing right.
Yo, what's good? Hey, man.
And you also like, oh, why is he upset? Is he upset right now? Like, what's going on, right?
Yo, what's good? I've just been feeling like everything's kind of messed up right now in the world.
All right. And then we go to the next clip. And I'm going to shoot everything from one perspective, and then I'm going to shoot everything from the other perspective, okay? Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, I heard that, man.
You know, yeah, I heard that, man.
Yeah, I heard that, man.
So we want to just like go back and forth with this dialogue, right?
Yeah, I just want to bring the good times back.
Okay, so I just want to bring the good times back. Simple, right? Bam. Hence the title of my song. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it real basic, right? Okay, so it's like, yeah, I heard that, man.
Yeah, I heard that, man. I just want to bring the good times back, you know?
All right, and then you go like bam, bam, and then you gotta like, you gotta find these other parts, right? These other things. Just move the clips around.
Yeah, what you got for me?
All right, I'm just like doing this as fast as possible. I'm not really like gonna spend a whole lot of time doing
Yeah,
this.
man. I just want to bring the good times back.
All right, get rid of the other audio from the other clip.
Heard that, man. I just want to bring the good times back.
In audio editing as well, you want to overlap things just a little bit, okay?
Yeah, man. I just want to bring the good.
So you want to overlap the audio and then you want to fade it, okay? So hopefully that helps. Do you guys have any questions so far? Okay, you guys good? You guys good? Bro, this is game. I lost my camera. Lost my camera! Probably had a little overheating going on this camera. Sometimes it does that. Been using it all day. Okay, great refresher. Good. Put me on game. Good. Okay, so I might lose my camera. I'm sorry if you guys lose me here. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the whole story out, right? And I have different shots where I come in, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just kind of feeling like everything sucks in the world. And he's like, yeah, I heard that. You know, going back and forth, like came in for the session, right? And then I'm like, yo, what do you got for me? And then it's like, oh, I got this guitar lick. You know what I mean?
You know? Yeah, what you got for me?
Right? What you got for me?
Yeah!
Okay, so
Yeah, man!
I just like, I'm like doing a bunch of different reactions.
I mean, maybe even some 60s. I just want to bring the good times back.
So I got a bunch of different takes of the same
90s
thing.
were fresh. Show me what...
Right?
Yeah, let's make something.
Let's make something, right?
Yeah, let's cook something up. I got some...
You know, I got to do a bunch of different
Yeah,
takes.
let's cook... I got a guitar...
Here.
I got a guitar lick. I got it.
Right? So now you got a new thing in the picture. This is really important. Like, you got a new thing, more curiosity. I got a guitar lick, you know? Like, just come in right there.
I got a guitar lick. I got a guitar... I got a guitar idea. Let's try it out.
All right, I got a guitar idea. Let's try it out. Bam. Just making a little, you know, vibe here. Now I can delete, bam, go over here, piece this together. Real simple. And then I'm going to show you guys how to reframe this really, really quickly. Okay?
What you got for me? I got a guitar idea. Let's try it out.
Okay, let's try it out. Now we go to the next clip. We go to me on the couch playing, and like the producer, go back and forth with the producer and with me playing, right? So two different characters, dress a little different, you know, different, got a hat, doesn't have a hat, you know, got the headphones, got different stuff that's going to happen, right? Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but basically what ends up happening is we go back and forth, and then it's like, oh, you're making this song right now. This is dope, you know? Hey, man, the world sucks right now. Yeah, I hear you, man. But I got a guitar lick. I think I got an idea. Dope, dude. Let's hear it. You know, sits down on the couch. And like it goes back and forth reactions, you know. Oh, this is sick, you know. And then cuts to me standing up on the microphone going, you got me feeling like I'm back home, you know, and I'm singing in the microphone. And then it's going back and forth to the producer, you know, and that's all you need. And then you need to put a link like, link to the song. If you like this song, like check it out. There you go. There's your TikTok. Okay, so now let's say you wanted to reformat this to be TikTok, right? Because that's really important. First thing I would do, see how this has way too much headspace on this video? What I would do for this video is I would reformat it and change the frame on it. So just go into like essential or into controls here, and you can just like zoom in on this, right? And then go up, right? And just like fill out the frame. Make it look more professional, right? Another thing, when you go back to this cut, you can go wider, or you can even just like zoom way in, right? And like have a tighter shot. So every time you're like cutting, you're cutting to new different moves and stuff. And then you could even automate this to go like,
Yeah, I heard that.
yeah, like, yeah. And then you change it right there, right? So this could zoom here. So for example, if you turn on your automation, vibe here, you can scale it, right? So you can hit the scale, and then you can zoom in more, or you can zoom in less, right? Bam. And then go back over here. Just put a little anchor point, right? There you go.
Yeah, I heard that, man. I just want to bring the good time.
And you can do like quick ones where it's like boom, 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 that like super simple shit that's going to give you some movement, And then once you're done with everything and you're like, yo, I got this, it sounds good, it looks good, I would color it and make sure that the colors all look good, right? Like you can maybe brighten this one a little bit, and you can, pull this one a little bit down, etc. And then once you got all that, you can go up to your clip here, and you could say auto reframe the sequence. And this will say, hey, you want to do this in 9:16? Yeah, go ahead. And then it'll literally crop it for you, like for TikTok. You know what I mean? Like that is literally 9:16 made for TikTok or Instagram Reels.
Hey, man. Yo, what's good? I've just been feeling like everything is kind of messed up right now in the world. Yeah, I heard that, man. I just want to bring the good times back, you know? Yeah, what you got for me? I got a guitar idea. Let's try it out.
Right? There you go. Like, I'm not a great actor, right? So I'm just fucking doing my thing, you know what I mean? So I wanted to show this to you guys because I think that it's going to be really helpful. Do you guys have any questions at all about this? Like, evoke curiosity up front. Like, what's this guy bummed about? Like, I could have done better on this. Like, I have a bottle of wine, right? Why do I have a bottle of wine? You know what I mean? Like, there's like certain things you want to throw into your content that's going to evoke curiosity. It's going to give you like, what is he doing? What's next? You know what I mean? So I hope that you guys got a lot out of this. Like, seriously, that's what this is about, is like helping you guys make better shit. Because you're not going to be able to promote your music if you don't really spend time on your content. Like, I don't know. I don't know who here has like, who here has like billboard budgets. Like, who's got tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote and market their music. If you don't, you need to make the content. Pay an editor. Get someone involved. Have someone come by your house and shoot every week. Get a bunch of content. Shoot once a month and get 10 clips done, right? You need to make high quality shit. Don't just put stuff out and say, stream my music. Okay, that doesn't work. It's not going to work. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get you frustrated. So always, always, always put your biggest budget into the product. Make great music. Without great music, it doesn't matter how much content, how much money you spend on marketing, you'll never get anywhere. I promise you. Okay? So just make great fucking songs, get great production done, get great mixing and mastering. By the way, I'm going to be dropping a special tomorrow at 9 a.m. and it's going to sell out really, really quick. So if you're looking for mixing and mastering, you want to get some packages together on the lowest, cheapest vibe ever, I'm doing buy one, get one, and buy one, get two free on mixing and mastering for certain tiers. And I'm going to be including these kind of clips and promotion and marketing. And I'm going to be pushing these out to my marketing people, meaning like I'm going to give this to Waves and I'm going to do a Waves clip. And I'm going to give this one to Auto-Tune. I'm going to try to reach 600,000, 1 million people with your music on it. So that's going to sell out really quick. I'm going to be sending out an email, but it's going to go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the mailing list, you're going to get the offer. If you're not on the mailing list, you will not get the offer. Okay? This is only for the mailing list. And I'm only selling 7 of these packages. Sorry, my camera is like over it. It just does not want to do anything right now. It's like, fuck y'all. All right, so I appreciate you guys turning in, coming through, and yeah, hopefully you guys, you get this all right. Do you do any audio sweetening? Yes, absolutely. So I'll drag in, you know, I use my plugins. I use EQ, I use limiting, de-essing, whatever needs to be done. All right, I'm gonna get this this last little bit of video here before my camera shuts off again. I think it's just overheating. It's been on all day. All right, I appreciate you guys coming through. Share this one. People are gonna need this. People need to make better content, promote their music better. Share this video, share this live, okay? And I'll try and do more for you guys. All right, we'll do more on like mixing in Premiere and sweetening and all that good shit. And I'll finish a piece of content and show you how I did it, okay? Sound good? All right, see you guys later. Peace and love.